Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to. Oh, I don't know if this is working. Okay, I think it's working now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Mindful Reality, the channel that covers reality TV from a mental health perspective. Now, I wanted to make a clarification about something that I made a video about yesterday. And I think that it's a common misconception. When you start talking about money, when it comes to things that you're doing, especially when it's I don't know what to call it, passion projects, maybe I could call it that. When you start talking about money when it comes to passion projects, people tend to think that if you want money for doing that thing, it means that you don't have a passion for it. That's not it at all. And as a matter of fact, when it comes to my YouTube page, it's the exact opposite of that. Because when I first created a YouTube page, it was literally just to make money. I mean, not when I first created one because money was not an option, but once they started making monetization an option on YouTube, which was many years ago, and I've spoken about that before, how I was a part of the era that didn't have copyright strikes and you could put anybody's content on there and you could make a whole bunch of money without even having to speak, show your face. It didn't even have to be your content in order for you to generate an income. I was a part of that YouTube era. So back in those days, I absolutely was doing this just to make money 100%. I didn't care about anything else. When I jumped back into YouTube in this era, which is the era that you have to qualify for the YouTube partnership program, I tried to make money in a similar fashion, but it was impossible because I don't know, unless you have a very specific niche or maybe you're good at making those AI contents or, there's like certain specific things that you have to do to be able to generate the following without connecting with your audience. The tried and true way to connect with your audience is to actually have to invest in your audience. And when I say invest in your audience, I mean in the ways that I invest in my audience, which is knowing them, or at least to the extent that everybody allows me to know them, remembering things that they tell me. If they say they have a sick family member, or if they got a new job, they lost a job, they have an ailment, remembering when they have a birthday, or even if I don't remember when they tell me they have a birthday, shouting them out, reading the comments. I had to become somebody who was more invested because I used to make pre-recorded content where I didn't talk to anybody and all my interactions were just through the comment section, and I was not gaining any traction doing that. So I had to become somebody who now is willing to hop on lives and to read all the comments, or as many of them as I can, interact and share some more things about me than what I used to. And that's how it was. So I had a mixed goal. Hi, Marshall. I'm doing okay. So I had a mixed goal of creating content that is both something that is appealing to me, like content that I like to create, but also content that people would be interested in listening to and having a happy medium. It doesn't mean that there's no joy, that there's no passion, and there's no enjoyment. It's that I've spent my whole life trying to merge my passions with things that can generate income. Now, I know that I'm only speaking a few people's language because truly there's only probably 10% of the world that can actually say, hey, I wake up in the morning and the thing that I love to do also pays my bills. So that's all that I'm trying to say. If I was on here exclusively just to create money, just to generate money, not create money. I wish I could create money. If I was on here exclusively to generate money, I would have been off of here a long time ago, because this is now going into year 3 of me being a part of the YouTube partnership program, and I have never even broken even in terms of the money I've invested to put into the page versus what I'm getting out of it. So when I said that it is possibly going to be my last year of doing this, it's not really because I'm saying I'm going to drop it because I don't have passion for it. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't even give it a last year. I would drop it right now. I would just say, goodbye, YouTube. I might make a final goodbye video or something, and then I would just be off into the sunset. Me saying it might be my last year is me saying I don't want it to be my last year, but everything that I do, I set goals for myself, and my goals I have to see a certain amount of progression within those goals in order for me to continue on that path. Because I feel like if you have a goal and you are working towards that goal for 3 years, 4 years, and you don't see any forward movement after a while, then the goal is not working. Now, it could be something where I just decide, hey, I'm going to get on here from July up until July, August, September. Well, we've been going into October for the last few years with the Big Brother season. August, September, October. Yeah, so it could be something where I just decide, hey, I'm going to be back here every July through October just covering Big Brother, and then the channel is going to be dormant for the other 9 months. It could be something like that. I know people who do that, and I used to wonder, I'm like, these people's channels are so popular during Big Brother. Not like mine, not like a 1,000, 2,000 subscribers, like 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 or more. And their channel will be completely dormant. They'll just drop the channel and be like, bye, see you next season. And I used to not understand why they did that, but I understand better now as somebody who has been doing this for a little bit longer now, because they're like, this is a whole side income during those 3 months. Even though I'm putting in several hours a day, I'm putting in 5, 6, 7 hours a day between watching episodes and watching live feeds and then creating multiple videos. It takes a long time, but if I'm receiving, let's say, $3,000, $4,000 a month, it's a side income to make $10,000 to $12,000. Just throwing figures out there, like $10,000 to $12,000 during a 3-month stretch. That is a good income to cover a hobby, right? But if you're sitting here the rest of the 9 months and your videos are producing you like $2,000 for 9 months of work, 9 months of consistent work, versus the $12,000 for 3 months of work, you're like, something I learned about in school is opportunity cost. And just like a basic version of that is in my microeconomics class. What is the value of your time? They use the example of a professional athlete. The time that it takes them, they have like a big mansion, let's say, and they have a huge lawn with a front yard and a backyard. the time that it takes them to mow the lawn versus paying somebody $2,000 to cut the lawn. The 2,000, so if they cut the lawn and it takes them 2 hours, let's say, to mow their whole lawn, and they pay somebody $2,000 instead, $1,000 an hour. For the average person, $2,000 to cut the lawn is outrageous. But for Michael Jordan, let's say, the amount of money that he would make in those 2 hours if he did an appearance fee, like he appears at the mall and does an autograph signing, they give him $500,000 for the 2 hours. So his time is worth more in not cutting the lawn and paying somebody versus what it is for him to actually cut the lawn himself to save the $2,000, if that makes any sense. Hi, Ma. Hi, Cass. So essentially, that's the whole thing that I'm saying with this. You can be passionate about something all you want, but it does have to be worth something to you. Like at my job, I've mentioned this before, and I mentioned how there was a shift at my job where I got a significant increase in the workload that I have to do, and no increase in the pay that I'm receiving to do said work. And I was told to look at it as an opportunity. They said, "Oh, you're just thinking about the money. Look at it as an opportunity to serve a population of people who need you." Um, I could serve this population in ways that don't stress me out like that. Like, let's say I'm all set. I own my house. I have a big stash of money in the bank. I'm able to cover my rent, my car payments, food, whatever. All my expenses are good and I don't need to work, right? I could serve the same population without being a care coordinator. I could go to a local food pantry and I could give people food and I could sort things out. I could volunteer at a homeless shelter. You know, I could there's just lots of things that I could do where I'm accessing. I don't mean to laugh, but I'm just laughing at somebody trying to spin it as I'm basically selfish and I am too concerned about money. Like, we're bartering here. You're paying for my time, so you paid me to do a certain amount of work during this time. And then you said, "Hey, we're going to give you double that work, but we're not going to give you double the money. But don't worry about the money, because think about it as an opportunity to serve more people." Well, as I'm serving more people, somebody is getting paid, right? Like, I'm serving more people. The people that I'm serving, we bill them. So when I'm going and I'm seeing them and I'm serving them, we are billing them. So the company is making money off of me doing the extra visits, and I'm not making money off of that. You know what that means? Wait, where's my Mimi clip? Hold on, the Mimi clip is not queued up because I'm in off-season mode. Oh, shoot. Where is it? Well, I can't find it. The math is not mathing. It doesn't hit the same note when I don't have the clip. I don't know what happened to it. What is this? Okay, Chelsea face apparently. My whole queue of videos seems to be missing unless I just can't find it because of stay in the studio. Maybe I can't access it. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so out the loop right now.
What sense does that make? The math is not mathing.
Yeah. So basically, long story short of what I'm saying is just that I need the math to math. Um, Now, with that being said, that's something that I am working on. That's the reason why I actually made that post, was not just to say, "Hey, I'm jumping out of here." No, it was to say, going into 2025, I would like to figure out new ways to make this page work, because I did learn that I like having an online platform. In 2020 is really when I learned that. Actually, not necessarily 2020, because in 2020, even though I had the platform, nobody was watching it. So in 2022, I learned that, because there was a point in time, believe it or not, I have social anxiety. And this page, the greatest thing this page has done for me is not providing me money, but it has provided me a place to share my thoughts where I don't typically do that. It has provided me, I've pushed myself out of my comfort zone to do things that I otherwise wasn't doing. For an example, all these events that take place in New York, I wasn't going to any of those because my social anxiety. I'm like, I would rather watch these things on TV from a safe distance. But then when people started showing an interest in me going and meeting a Kara, or meeting a CT, or a Sari, or whoever, I was like, you know what? I want to go out and do these things to get some cool content. And it has actually helped to break me out of that shell to an extent. I mean, people don't realize that I go to those things so few and far between. It's just that Big Brother and Challenge events seem to happen frequently in the summer months, in the late summer months. So I end up going to a lot between probably July and October. But the rest of the year, I'm chilling, I'm home. But the page has brought me out of the shell. Um, what else? It has given me a safe space to communicate with a lot of people that I otherwise might not be communicating with if this was just a bunch of people in my face in real life. What was the other thing? Yeah, so when I first started a YouTube page, I did not even want to show my face at all or speak. It was just I had the page. Nobody knew who was the creator of the page, or what I looked like, or what my name was. I was just an anonymous person with a YouTube page that was trying to put up viral clips. And since developing these two pages that I have, I sit in front of the camera more than I'm off the camera. And I learned that I enjoy that. I actually enjoy sitting in front of the camera and going live and speaking to people and connecting. But what I need to figure out more of is, I think Charicity said it yesterday, a happy medium where I'm still getting to those reality TV topics, but I also am jumping into topics that I am interested in that are about life topics, and having a blend. Maybe some people who follow me for one thing and some who follow me for another. I think I had a pretty good thing going when my music and mental health channel was still monetized, but it's been hard to run back that fan base. Um, I might start working on it again. Who knows? I'm at the drawing board, uh, figuring that out. So that's my clarification. Thanks for joining me. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get notified when I drop some more great content. Thank you all, and Have a great Friday.